rather than breaking down films from our last game. I thought we'd take a minute to look back at the season, look at what got us here. This is, we're headed into the playoffs. We're headed into our biggest game of the whole season. So I want to take a minute to just look at the things that got us here. Look at our strengths. We're going to see some ups. We're going to see some downs. But this is really about celebrating you guys and trying to come into the playoffs on a high note. So, one of the things that is important to me, like I'm your coach, and we're all about getting you guys better, developing you. But I'm also a fan of your team, and it's been a hell of a ride with you guys this season, and we want to take some time to celebrate our achievements and try to put a little fire under us headed into the playoffs this weekend. So, looking at our season, 11-9-8 in the BHL, 22-20-9 overall. We'll break that down a little bit coming up, but right in the middle, as we knew we were. Fourth place finish in the BHL American South. We were exactly 500 in tournaments and exactly 500 in exhibitions too. We won the White Mountain Shootout up in Waterville, and we did really well offensively. We were plus 47 overall and plus 21 in the BHL. So that's really pretty good. A lot of the other teams in our league don't have that kind of goal differential. You guys are putting the puck in the net well, really consistently, and we've kept the puck out of our own net too. So both of those show in that number. This is one stat I thought was pretty good. We only had, for the entire season, and this is looking at tournaments, even going all the way back to parity, we only had 4 losses by more than 3 goals. 3-goal, Coach, tell me if you think I'm off on this, but I think a 3-goal game is kind of typical for this level of hockey. Sometimes there's an empty net thrown in there, but I think 3 goals is a reasonable, nobody's getting blown out in that. You get into 4 goals and up, you're starting to talk about a blowout. We really did a great job of keeping games close. Even in games we lost, we were keeping them close and we're keeping our opponents honest. So I really like that stat. That was, out of those 4 losses by over 3 goals, 2 of them were all the way back in parity. One of them was a league game, and one of them was a tournament loss. So we'll take a look at all that coming up. But and then this piece that I really like this as well. Since Christmas, since the Christmas break, we're 6-1-1 in the league. We're 8-3-1 overall, plus 17 goals differential, and just a little over 2 goals per game. So that's really, really strong down the home stretch. So good stuff there. Kind of looking at the whole season in a nutshell, 51 games we played overall. And we played our 4 exhibition games, 4 tournaments, and then all the way going back to parity. This kind of just breaks down, how we did overall, how we did in our league. Again, tournaments and exhibitions down here, just about 500 in each. You see these 50% numbers, right around hockey 500 all season long. One thing to point out here is I did some numbers on how we did against each team. And so when you're looking at points percentage, that's the percentage of 2 points. 2 points possible in every game. So if we get 100% of the, if we win the game, we get 100 for that game. If we tie a game, you get 50% for the game. You lose, you get 0. So overall, against all these teams, we were better against the worst teams. We were a little worse against the better teams. That's probably to be expected. That's probably true of all the teams in our league. But one of the things as we start getting in and looking at game by game is we got better as the season went on. And some of those small margins, the 25% that we got against the Knights and the Seahawks and the Warriors, those small numbers, those came at the right point of the season. So again, good stuff there. All right, so we won't spend too much time on parity, but just taking a look all the way back to us in the yellow jerseys there. This is all the way back in May of last year, spring of last year, the first time we ever got together. Colty got a hat trick in that game. We won that first game against the Spartans, and we finished that tournament 2-3-0 and wound up in the American Division South. First home game in the fall. This was September 8th. We played our first home game, our first league game, and that was and our first of many ties. But this is one where we came back. We were actually down. We were down 4-1 in this game, and managed to come back and bring it to 4-4. So we take a look at some of the first. This is our very first goal, and first for Owen this season, and it's a beaut. about that close to missing the net completely, but it's still a good one. We had Charlie getting on the board for the first time with a snipe. We had Parker picking up his first of the season. Turnover by T. And we had Mason getting one in this game, getting in dirty areas, getting the ball. Tying up that game late. Our first exhibition was against Cyclones, and this was a really good test for us. This was the first time that we played against a top level opponent, and again another comeback tie in this one. We got our first goal by Caleb. This first one's from Mason here. Again, a turnover. Some success on the power play in this one. And it wasn't all roses. We took our lumps in this one too. Kind of sloppy still. Again, we're back in September. And here's that first one from Caleb. And this one's a little bit long, but you got to look at the work that goes into this one. Charlie and Michael working in our own defensive zone corners. Even way back in September, that's good work ethic, good D-zone structure. Drew gets us out. Caleb takes it to the house. So then we get into first little stretch of league games here. We take a couple of losses here. The biggest loss here is we lose Drew for about a month. I think it was against the Warriors. Is that right, Drew? Yeah. So we lose Drew in that game, but let's take a look at Wes's first goal against the Seahawks here. Somehow managed to keep that one alive. Wes finds a little trash. Nice silly. And then we get finally our first BHL win on September 29th. I wasn't at this one, but Coach had the helm down in Springfield, and you guys stomped these guys. A bunch of people got their first points. Gus was still waiting for his first goal, but this is his first assist here. We had Cam get his first from Wes. And we picked up our first win there in pretty convincing fashion, and then it was off to JP for our first tournament. Won't go into individual clips on this one, but did okay in this tournament. We had 2-2-2 record. Owen had a hat trick against Winter Club, and Caleb had a playmaker. I don't know if they still do playmakers anymore, but that's like old school USA hockey term for 3 assists. So I kept track of that. So both of those came against Winter Club. And the thing, guys, like if you remember back to this tournament, the thing that I really loved about this tournament was the way that you guys went out as a team and rooted on the Flames in the championship game. Like this was a good weekend of coming together and kind of defining who you were as a team, identity-wise. Take a loss to the Knights here, but I'll play a couple clips from this one. We get Caleb's first goal here, his first league goal anyway, breaking the Knights on their silly ozone face-off setup. And then again, this one here, good pressure from the whole D-zone there. Caleb goes full with Davo on that one. All right, and then we gotta talk about the Patriots, and so here we'll try to be a little bit serious because the Patriots, of course, are the opponent du jour. That's who we're playing this weekend. So we're gonna look at all the games against the Patriots pretty closely. This was our first game against them in the league. It was our first and wound up being our only win against them this year. But again, it was a pretty convincing win down in Concord. So This was right off the opening draw. We got right to him. It's a little on the longer side, but we come right off the draw. I think we put this in within 11 seconds. Cooper's happy about that one. Likes the run support. Again, still waiting for Jack's first goal, but that's his first assist right there. Setting up Cam, getting one through from the point. We actually had T playing forward in this game. He sets up JMO here for JMO's first of the year. And then Owen puts the icing on the cake here. Empty net. Coop and the moms love that one. All right, and then we get into another couple ties, but this is like our comeback stretch here. We have two games where we battle back in. Both of these we come back from down 2-3 in these games. So that's end of the shift, finds a way there to tie that one up. And that's in the second period. That one winds up hanging on scoreless through the whole third period. This is against Middlesex, which admittedly is a game we probably should have won, but here we are in the third period, coming from behind. And then we come up to this one. So, but this one I think was a real, like, this is a defining game of this season. I think this game was a real turning point. If you remember, this is the one that Cooper got injured. We played a full a little over 3 minutes with no goalie in this game. And they didn't wind up putting one in until the very end here. So here they finally break through with the empty net.
Is this going to be bad? What? I wasn't goalie. I was
Yeah, you were supposed to be goalie on that. And then this one here, this we're actually going to wind up scoring here, but a couple guys really sell out and keep it out of our own net. Gus again getting in front of that one.
Oh my
Caleb somehow gets that back over the park. That's to take a 3-2 lead there.
Yeah, and then Coleman came off the bench.
And then they're going to come back, turn over there, and they kind of march through us. That's the one I think there that we get the hat thrown on us.
I would like to say, yeah, even though it's two. Did we score right now?
I think it would have made it 3.
Oh, Wes.
Mason, great footwork to get that over West, so we take a 4-3 lead.
I almost messed that up. Yeah, can I buy that? Wes, did you get that one?
Then they're going to get to us again here. A little bit of pressure. They hem us in. I'd like to think that at this point of the season, we're a little harder in front of our net than we were just there.
That's rigged. They pushed the goalie over.
Yeah,
I think that's just totally on them.
This one, they make a good keep there. Again, we kind of lose that guy in front. They wind up going up 5-4, and that's how that one gets away from us. So that one was a tough loss there, but I think that's one that kind of got under our skin a little bit. We came back the next game and we got all over the Wizards here. So this is an 8-0 shutout down in Bedford. But the one thing we're showing you here is T's first goal. Top point.
Oh, the kid that bounced up. T. The push was like all of it.
And then, so then we have another stretch here, another couple of disappointing games. This one at the Knights really gets away from us. The one game here that we didn't get good video from, so probably for the best. We lost that one pretty bad, but we did have Luca's first goal in that game. And then we had this 3-3 tie in Springfield, and this is one where they come all the way back on us.
This is our first.
So we take a 3-0 lead right there. And then 1, 2, 3, and we're going to see a real common thread here in these. D-zone draw. D-zone draw. D-zone draw. This one takes a minute, but you get the point. They win it back. They hem us in.
Oh my God!
And so, I like to think that maybe a month and a batch of T-shirts later, we can finally figure this one out. Won't let this happen again.
Oh my God!
So this game was also after this game, after these couple games, where we started a new tradition here called skate at the end of practice. So this is where we started the sprints.
Yes, Charlie.
You know it.
Right.
All right, so then we hit Waterville.
I wasn't even there.
We had so we went to Waterville. And we took that tournament down 3 straight games. We had Michael coming back from injury at this one, picking up his first goal. And then we got to throw our gloves in the air. Who doesn't like that? So again, not the stiffest competition there at Waterville, but you guys went there and you got the job done, and it's good to get a little hardware on the season. All right, then we got into another couple of ties. This is kind of like a tale of 2 games here. So we've got this Patriots game where we came back, and then the Seahawks game where they came back and we gave a 3-goal lead on. So let's take a look at these. So this is Patriots. This is our second game against the Patriots, first at home.
Oh my God, this was so good.
One key there to get us on board.
That was so tough. Oh yeah, this is.
Again, we get on the board pretty early here, within the first 5 minutes. But they're going to come right back and match us. This one's kind of a seesaw the whole way. Like to take away a little space there, guys. So let's make sure that when we're watching these Patriots games, take a look at what they're doing, because we're going to get to a spot where we're going to see just about every way that these guys are dangerous, and they are a very dangerous team. Really good in transition. This is us here. Charlie doing a good job dropping in.
Is this gonna be posted on YouTube? Oh my God.
Yeah, really getting outworked there. That's one that should have been easy out of our zone. They went up the back right net.
It's a star.
There they take the lead. Again, just giving him too much space all the way down the ice, right? We got 2 guys on him. I mean, I think we had 3 people step to that guy, and neither one was able to make a play. And then it comes down to 8 seconds left in this one. Parker gets in the dirty area. And this is the first of a couple like that, where we really start to believe in our ability to come back. That's what the goalie pulled there. Making that one even. But now we're down in Cape Cod. Michael's gonna get his first BHL goal here.
It's because we did yellow and white socks.
Yeah, this is the disastrous yellow and white Sox game.
That was horrible. You almost won. That was that against we tied this.
So up 2-1 here. Just a great turnover off the forecheck.
Yeah.
Here we take a 3-1 lead here. That's early second period, a 3-1 lead on this one, and I think we're starting to feel a little bit safe. Little sloppy there on the. Let this guy mark all the way down. 2 all the way by us.
Oh my god.
That one's one we just can't let get through us from that far out. We don't do too bad a job of taking away space. All right, so jumping around here a little bit, take a look at these exhibition games. We played 2 exhibition games, or 3 exhibition games, I should say. The 2 up in Maine against the Nordiques, and then we played 1 down in Mass Janus against the Bulldogs. These games were kind of throwaways, but we did get our first goal of the season by Brennan. We got a hat trick by J-Mo. You scored in that one? Oh, I didn't have that recorded. I'll have to go back and take a look at that. So we'll take a look at some of these. J-Mo's first. Second one set up by Ethan Barry. Patrick for J-Mo. And then actually 4 goals by Owen in this one. This one also had a playmaker by Brennan and a playmaker by Parker. So both those guys got 3 assists in this one. First 2 are kind of crappy looking, then they get good. Pretty good setup from Brennan. First one gets 3 assists. Drew working hard in the corner here. Since I'm losing Parker gets the first of his 3 assists. And then, so this is late November, right after Thanksgiving. That's when we officially make St. Paul's our home. So, you know, in all seriousness, guys, you know, I know we've said this before, but you guys are really lucky to have this space. So, you know, stick taps and thanks to Clayton Mark and St. Paul's kids and everybody else. All right, so we had a tie against the Warriors. This is another comeback, which we'll see. And then we had a convincing win against Middlesex. J-Mo had the playmaker in that one. So this is first goal of the year from Drew, and it's a big one. We're trailing in this one 3-1. Drew finally gets us on the board there. And then again with 28.8 on the clock. And the goalie pulled. Some more late game heroics here by Owen. And this is, so then we had the Middlesex game, and the Middlesex game was where we introduced this guy into our lives. So I think we started that with, we put 3 on it initially, and then we crossed off Middlesex that day. So, you know, this was a little bit of a gamble. You know, this could have gone really poorly. I think that coach has probably seen it go poorly for other teams, but you guys put the hammer down and really got it done. So, all right, time to be serious for a minute. So we had 2 games here against the Patriots, one in the early December, one in mid-December, and both of them we lost. First game, I think we still were taking them a little bit lightly, didn't really know who they were. Second game, we came out with every intention of getting redemption, and we got kicked in the face. The second game was our worst loss of the season outside of tournaments. We had our 7-1 loss to Boston Junior Penguins, but other than that, this was our widest margin of loss in any game. Was that 7-2 loss against the Patriots. So we're going to take a look at these, and again, I want you to look at some of the ways that this team is dangerous. So this is the first game. This is us going up 1-0 here, and again, this is right off the opening draw. So again, we're feeling great. This is coming off of, you know, we had that other game where we got right off the bat. So that's right off the opening draw. We go up 1-0. This isn't too much. And then this is immediately after that. This is like not even a full minute later. We get to these again. So again, they're very dangerous in transition, very dangerous up the middle of the ice. We come back, we get back to the net. This time we get it done. Go up 2-2. But again, they come roaring back. This is literally the ensuing face-off right after that goal. And they just come right through us. So really, really important that we have a strong neutral zone. Really important that we have a strong middle of the ice, right? Defense, whether we're at their end of the ice, whether we're in the middle of the ice, whether we're in our zone, we've got to hold the middle of the ice against these guys. This one, Cooper stays down a little bit as this guy comes above the goal line. They go up 4-3, and we wind up getting one back on this one late, but it doesn't matter. We wind up losing this one. Oops, sorry, one more of those, but we'll jump ahead to this game. So this is the next one, December 15th, a couple weeks later, down in Concord.
Oh, this is a different game.
Yeah, this is a different game. This is the next game against these guys.
Oh, no.
So again, turnovers at the point, dangerous up the middle. Really dangerous in transition. This is coming out of our own end. You know, we know that center breakout is the way to beat their forecheck, but it's got to execute, right? We practiced that center breakout in our last practice. We'll practice it again today. It's got to be perfect against these guys, right? Because if we give them a chance to jump over it, they're dangerous.
Oh, this is just horrible.
And this one, right? We just got to be ready to play a playoff game. That's not playoff hockey right there.
I should have stayed.
Rebound control, right? Max is going to give up a rebound here, and they're right on it. Miss the breakout pass there. Again, it's got to be perfectly clean against these guys. They're that good. And this is one where we have the offense. Yeah, it's a little overcommitted there. We got to be able to drop back and play defense against these guys, manage the gap.
Oh, no, not the team.
So, again, you know, point of this is not to have you guys be scared of the Patriots, right? But we have to respect them. We said that at the beginning of the year. We have to respect our opponents. We were definitely guilty this year of not respecting the Patriots specifically, and we got burned by it. So know how dangerous they are and be ready to bring our A game to beat them. Middle of the season stretch here, and we start to turn it on. We got we lose to the Seahawks here at home, but we beat the Wizards, we beat the Icemen, and we beat the Thunderbirds. And unfortunately, we have two big losses here in T and Owen. We lose them for up until now in T's case. Finally got Owen back now. There's one game from this stretch that I want to key in on and look at. It's the Valley Junior Warriors game. This is a 5-5 tie. We do give up the lead to get to this point in this one, but this is another late game heroics for us. This is, we're up 4-3, get a little sloppy, they tie it up. Again, just kind of break us here, slip through. Just like that, it's 5-4. So then here with just a little over a minute left, and let's see if we can finally figure out the D-zone draw here, fellas. All right. Charging through. Get done. Good chance, good pressure. Michael flying off for the extra attacker.
Mike.
Oh, yeah,
Drew throws up a prayer. Now gets through. So, you know, would have been great if we could have held on to the win in that one, but pretty gutty to get back in and claw our way back into that one. All right, so looking at our next couple tournaments, not great results here. But again, pretty good showing against pretty good teams here. Looked pretty good against the Cyclones and the Junior Penguins. And then just keying in here back to the BHL season. So this one, so now we're gonna get to like this stretch here. We've got this loss to the Wizards, which is one that we'd love to forget, but that's not what we're here to do, right? This one was disappointing. It was our only loss post-Christmas, but it was our first BHL goal for Brennan.
Yeah, Brennan! What a bounce ball from downtown!
But that unfortunately was our only goal in that one, and definitely we're guilty of taking an opponent lightly there. And then we get into these, and this is really probably, I mean, I would say this is kind of our crowning achievement of the season. These 2 wins right here, against the top 2 teams in the league, and we get after them in back-to-back weekends. So we'll take a look at both of these games. We'll mostly celebrate the good stuff here, but honestly, like, these games were all you. You guys were all over him in these 2 games. Good movement there on the 5-on-3. Brennan jumping in. Michael doing the dirty work there. And this is Luca's second goal, but the first one that we actually captured on video. So we'll give Luca his due. Down and Dennis, the medicine Dennis here. I love the hard work that leads to goals in this one. Great forecheck here. Creating the turnover. Kind of a bleepy goal, but it comes off the hard work. And here again, look at Parker doing the work there. Still 4-3 here, and we got to get that in. Really good wins there. And that brings us to these last 2 games. This last weekend, Parents' Weekend, we called it. And we had our redemption for the no-show in the snow. And Cooper got the shutout in that one.
Oh, wait, this is such
I said this after the game. I mean, Coop earned this one. They definitely get their chances in this. This is probably their best chance, and this is with just a few seconds left in the game to hang on to the shutout. And then Wizards, last home game of the season. Parker gives us the hat trick in this one. Getting to the net. And nice to get 3 goals as a result of getting to the paint. That's something that we struggled with a little bit, so good to get there. 5 in front of them there.
Yeah, you were like, ooh. Oh my goodness. Off the drop. With 35 seconds left. Okay, who's making that demo? Oh, what? Oh my god!
Alright guys, so that's it, man. That takes us to this. This is where we're at right now. We have 1 game this weekend against the Patriots. 6:40 p.m. down at Edge where the Wizards play. And it all comes to this, guys. There's a lot of work that went into this. And I'm not talking about the slideshow here. I'm talking about the work that you guys have put in. A lot of hard work went to getting us to this point, getting us to this game. And we got one game to push all of our chips in, put it all on the line. So let's come at it this weekend with everything we got. Let's make all of the hard work, all the work that we did in here, all the work that we did out there, let's make it all worth it. All worth it. Everything goes on the line this weekend. All right, guys, good work. Good work this season. Not done yet.